I was tagged in a post that asked me about my thoughts on procurement and automation. Uh, it's at the top of the list. Am I surprised? I was asked if I was surprised. No, I'm not surprised. Because the better part of my career has been going through transformation. I've gone through two transformations at two different levels of government. So one was focused more on procurement transformation, and one is just more digital transformation. But nonetheless, it would have a lot of impacts on procurement, and especially since the one of the organizations was also investing heavily into ERP. So I am absolutely not surprised. Now, this particular question was focused a lot on the Canadian market, where we're really growing and innovating and emerging as a real market leader when it comes to this. I am not surprised because it actually, the situation commands, it requires us to automate. We, just by virtue of the trade agreements, we need to reduce and eliminate barriers to doing business with our governments. And I'll use CETA as an example, the Comprehensive Economic Trade Agreement. Oh my gosh, I can never remember the full the full breakdown of that acronym. But it basically, for those in the European market, providing certain criteria are hit, procurement is subject to CETA, and therefore they're allowed to participate. It heavily influences what we do, but one of the things that is particularly noteworthy is that if you are pushing procurements out the door, they need to reach people globally, because we want that healthy competition. We are supposed to minimize or eliminate any geographic restrictions in procurements that we do. It will be interesting to see how the introduction of Bobby, which the province of Ontario, that provincial government has brought in, how that's going to affect things. But that's another topic. This particular topic is automation is at the top of the list. Yeah, we want supplier diversity. This is what's going to help us diversify our vendor pool and to open ourselves up for into the vendor pool to get contracts that can serve our needs. One of the things that is not surprising me about automation and procurement automation being at the top of the list is that public sector organizations in particular are looking for better, easier, and faster ways of serving their taxpayers or their premium payers, however they're in receipt of funds from the public. So the public sector is very, very heavily focused on continuous improvement, improving outcomes, achieving objectives, and not being so prescriptive on the process. They're focused on more agile ways of doing things. And the main thing is enhancing user experience. And we want to demonstrate value for money. And the only way to be able to do that is to digitize and reduce and eliminate wherever possible these manual processes, and to take us into the new age. A lot of the ways that we used to do things just simply don't exist anymore. People don't really sign papers with a pen. We're adopting e-signatures wherever we can. So the public also expects us to transform. Transformation is heavily attached to the public perception of the value for the money that they're paying into these services, and it allows us to broaden the reach that we have to anybody that is affected by the services we provide in the public sector. Good example of this is where we have a lot of people talking about onward migration these days. That is people who are becoming, let's say, Canadian citizens and then migrating onwards. They're not even staying in Canada, but they are still afforded the rights that Canadian citizens have, and we have to provide services that at least meet those rights. So we have a lot of obligations that we have to meet for these people. So at the end of the day, I don't think that this is a surprise. Like I said, that automation and procurement automation is at the top of the list. We are going to continue to see this happen. I think we are going to go fully digital. A lot of people are going to move into the cloud. Lots of SaaS happening. And especially with AI being a very hot topic, there's no going back.